Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for a special lesson. First time, we're explorers entering a new land with a brand new lesson taught by our teacher, Jack Stockin. Hey, Valerie, Sleepy Shauna, Mike and Irene, Vicky, Robert and Sue. I see so many of the regulars already making it the friendly place. Anthony, Julie G. Let's see. I want to especially welcome Dee. Any friend of Sally is a friend of the rest of us. You're in good company. Other folks who are newish, or returning, please do say hi. You can let us know if it's your first time, or maybe it's just your first time commenting. This would be a great lesson to jump in the live chat. I'm guessing I won't be the only one with questions about what Jack is teaching us today. It might be a challenging one. So please do let us, speak up if you have a question. There are many people in the class who are unable to be with us live. They watch by replay, but they're relying on you all to ask the questions that they won't be able to ask in real time. A quick reminder for most, but a request to our new folks: if you run into any technical trouble, we just ask that you don't leave that in the live chat, as it will distract from the learning. It's not really fair to other folks who are, watching everything smoothly. So instead of writing in the chat below, I can't see Jack, or I can't see the cards, this is what I'd like you to do. First, wait a second, see if things improve. The internet cuts in and out for all of us. Hopefully it'll smooth itself out. If it doesn't, you can try refreshing your web page. Just look for that circular arrow you probably see up at the top left or right of your browser. If you don't see that, you can just close the window and enter again from the email, the lesson reminder email that I send you before every lesson. If neither of those things work, right above me where it says click here for support, I'm reaching up and touching it. Click on that. You'll find all of our suggestions, as well as some backup links you can try. I'm going to start the recording now so that we also have this lesson for us all in the lesson library, so that we can return to it in a month and a half time when we encounter Landy in the wild and we realize, you know what, I better go brush up. It'll be waiting for us there. Here we go. All right, the recording is active. Welcome back to the class, everyone watching by replay. Sad you couldn't be with us live, but you're still with us in spirit. And, we'll keep crossing our fingers. Maybe next week you'll be able to join in the fun live. But in the meantime, if you have questions about today's lesson, 1, you're not alone. 2, you can leave them for Jack on the class page, and we can all keep learning together there. What do you think? You ready to roll? I think so. I see Jack's screen is shared. Let's see what. Okay, I'm not sure. Close your eyes. I don't know. Maybe Jack was. Oh, I think I know what that is. Pretend you didn't see anything. Let's call our teacher on up to the stage. The more tech savvy amongst us know how to send those nice little clapping emojis. Now's the time. Jack, where are you?
I'm here.
There he is. Hey, Jack. And there we go. Look at that. Oh, and some hearts.
Yes. Well, it's nice to be here before Christmas. We're getting into the festive period. So really excited to be teaching Landy this morning. I've never taught it before online or face-to-face. It's a convention I play, but it doesn't come up that often, but a lot of conventions don't. But it's really useful when it does. Also, Bajir, just before we start, Derek sent in a hand a couple of weeks ago. So we're just going to have a look at an interesting hand he sent in to begin with.
How fun. What a treat we have. Now, before I turn off, we have one more quick announcement just about next week's lesson. And that is the 16th, December 16th, will be a pre-recorded lesson, brand new, recorded by Jack for all of us. But we will not be meeting here live next week. The lesson will be waiting for us all in the lesson library. No worries if you forget about this now. I'll send a reminder in the weekly emails that I send you all, but we want to give you a heads up.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not here next Monday, Bashir. I'm having a little break on the Monday, but there will be a live lesson on the Wednesday on Play at Trick 1. So
okay,
Wednesday
and that
the
will be
18th.
the 18th, Wednesday the 18th at 11 a.m. Play at
Yes,
Trick 1.
and that lesson is very suitable. It's as suitable for improvers as it is for intermediates.
Okay.
It's part of the same curriculum. So that will be live from a mystery location.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm
Right.
hoping for, like a costume of some sort, Jack.
There could be, you
Undercover.
never know, Bashir. Well, it's all part of the surprise. But there will be a
All
mystery
right. Well,
location on Wednesday the 18th, which might be a little bit tied into the fact why I'm not here on the 16th as well. So there we go. But all will become clear.
Jack, we're looking forward to today's lesson. We know
Yes.
it's the first time you're given this one. So if there's a typo here or there, we have our get out of jail free cards ready to give to you. So please.
Yeah, so I'm nervously excited. It's like when I go on a date, Bashir. I'm nervously excited, which I think is a good thing.
Well, we are so happy to be on this collective date with you. This should be a fun one. Jack,
Yeah.
I'll turn it over to you, but I'll look forward to learning alongside everyone else.
Brilliant, Bashir. Okay, let's go. Just before we do, just press a button. Just going to have a look at this hand that Derek sent in a few weeks ago. Yeah, let's get quite interesting this. So West has opened 4 hearts, a preempt, 8-card suit, less than an opening hand. Pass, round to you as South. What do you think you'd bid there with 21 points? So this is a hand that Derek from panel sent in a few weeks back. And actually, Bashir and I had a bright idea that maybe one lesson in the new year, I'd get a group of like 4 or 5 hands that you've sent in collectively. And we'd have a whole lesson just discussing hands that you've played or had problems with in the bidding. So 21 points. The majority of the live chat box is saying double, and I agree with them. So you would double with so many points, yes, correct? There you go. So double is still for takeout, even at the 4 level. And North will bid 4 spades, look. So that's the full hand. 4 heart opening, pass, double by South. And North bids 4 spades, of course. So I think the question Derek had mainly is the double mainly for takeout? And the answer is yes. Yeah, so it's still mainly for takeout, even at the 4 level. North will bid 4 spades, and South corrects to 5 diamonds. So that'd be the final contract. Yeah, interesting. You do actually make 6 clubs, all 6 diamonds on the hand, but impossible to find after the preempt. You make 12 easy tricks there, just losing to the ace of hearts. There we go. So thank you, Derek, for sending that in. Yeah, I think that'd be fun, Lisa, Sally, AD, and others, to have a lesson just, at some point in the new year, just going through interesting hands that you've had problems with. Right, let's go back to, I'm just going to get rid of that one now, because we are on with Landy. And a very warm welcome, I hope it's warm where you are, to those watching in replay. Question, when is it most important to overcall after an opponent opens 1 no trump? Well, the answer is when you have the major suits. If you have 1 long major, it's simple, you bid it. But what if you have both majors? Cue caption. The solution is to use the overcall of 2 clubs in a conventional way. Okay, because how often do you overcall 2 clubs naturally to show clubs? It's very rare. So far better to have it as the major suits, known as Landy. I told you a little fib last week. It's not named after Sandra Landy, who's a well-known bridge player and writes in the Sunday Times. It's actually named after Alvin Landy. Let's get it right. Who was an American some years ago. So what does the 2 club bid over 1 no trump show? Well, you would alert it as the partner if you're playing at a bridge club. If you're playing online, you would alert it yourself. But if you're playing face to face, the person opposite alerts it with the alert card. It's highly artificial. It does not mean 2 clubs. It means you've got at least 5-4 in the majors, minimum. Could be 5-5. And a minimum of 8 points. Liable to be better in 2nd position. In 4th position, you can take more liberties, what we call the protected position, especially if you're non-vulnerable. Use judgment. Honours and intermediate cards, it's the E word again. Honours and intermediate cards in hearts and spades are more valuable than honour cards in clubs or diamonds, obviously. They're the suits you want to play in. And if I ever was in court for speeding, I think I'd want to be in front of that judge, wouldn't you? I think he'd probably let me off. Right, let's put the theory into practice. East has opened 1-no trump. Over to you as South, you're the overcaller. What would you bid with that, if anything? 9 points. It does, Jane Catherine. Well, I'll call you Jane. Scupper the Stamen response. Although if you've got the major suits, they're less likely to be using Stamen as responder. So you must agree, Landy, with your partner. It's a convention. So we've agreed, everyone, from this moment on, we are playing Landy. Yeah. You can't turn it on and off like a tap. You either play it or you don't. So all of you are bidding 2 clubs. Correct. 5-4 in the majors. Perfect hand for it. You wouldn't want to overcall 2 spades on that really raggedy suit. Good. Look at how you might respond to it. Again, 1-no trump. Over to you with 8 points this time. What would you bid with that one? Of course, after this lesson, you may decide you don't want to play Landy, or you don't like it, or whatever, or it's maybe too advanced for you. That's fine. Just go back to natural overcalls. But it is a useful, I haven't done this for ages, string to the bow. Excuse me if there are any professional archers out there. Works over a strong no trump as well, Mandy. Yes, good question from Mandy. Oh, you knew Mandy. Sure, I've seen a Mandy in the chat box before. They don't all need to be in the major suits, Peter. No, not always. Just use your judgment. And vulnerability comes into it as well. Of course, you can be more flexible if you're not vulnerable. There you go, 2 clubs. Yep, 5-4 the majors. No, losing trick count doesn't come into Landy, Barbara, at all. No, forget that. Playing strong no trump, still 8 points or more, Sam. Yeah. The points don't change if they're playing weak or strong no trump. Good questions, though. What about this one? What would you bid as the overcaller with 8 points there, if anything? But clearly vulnerability and the position of your Landy comes into effect. You know, if you're the last person to bid, your Landy can be a bit more fruity, should we say. Yeah, that King Queen of diamonds, most of your points are in diamonds. I would advise a pass there. Yeah, King Queen of diamonds are wasted. Good. So that's a good example of when not to use Landy. What about this one? East opens 1-no trump. What would you bid as the overcaller with 11 points there? And 5 clubs. Should we say a few good mornings? Always nice to say good morning to people in the chat box. And big hello if you're watching in replay, of course. But I don't know all of your names. I see you every now and again on bridge holidays. Marion P. Oh, Jack's mum's with us. Morning, Jack's mum. Jack's mum's very busy putting jigsaw puzzles together for my brother Simon. That's his following on from the family business, making jigsaw puzzles, as many of you know. Wooden, handmade, bespoke jigsaw puzzles. Oh, she's doing them as she speaks. Hi, Shauna, Barbara, Scotty, Eaters in Dublin. Yes, you must pass. Good. Now, I wouldn't overcall 3 clubs on that. To overcall 3 clubs, you need to have a 6-card suit. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't even, to be honest with you, if I was playing, even if I wasn't playing Landy, I wouldn't bid 2 clubs on that. 5-3-3-2. It's a horrid shape. I would still pass whatever. Really, if I haven't got shape, I like a 6-card suit to overcall 1-no trump. Oh, look, and there's a caption for you. Let's look at the other side of the coins. How do you respond? Landing itself is pretty easy, the 2-club bit, but how do you respond? Well, most important and frequent responses. So these are the 3 you need to remember. Okay, 2 diamonds is a relay bit, artificial. You would alert it if playing face to face. So you will have equal length in the majors, normally 2-2 or 3-3. And it asks partner to bid her 5-card suit, either in hearts or spades. Okay, so 2 diamonds is like a relay. 2 hearts means you've got more hearts than spades. Yeah, you might have 3 hearts and a singleton spade. You might have 3 hearts and a doubleton spade. You bid 2 hearts. Less than 12 points, so 11 or less. And 2 spades you'd bid if you had more spades than hearts. Yeah, sometimes you play in a 4-3 fit. That's fine. You're really trying to stop them making 1-no trump or going 1 down. So 2 spades, more spades than hearts, and again, less than 12 points. So let's put that into practice. I have overcalled 2 clubs Landy. Over to you as South. What do you do with that? What do you got? 10 points? If you've alerted it, if you're playing face to face as South, you bring out the alert card. You'd have great fun telling them it's Landy, showing minimum 5-4 in the majors. Gillian Walker, Robert and Sue, Mike and Irene. Oh, 2 double acts on this morning. Where's our 3rd double act gone? Maria, Ella, Janie, Stuart, Adrian, you're all bidding 2 diamonds. In fact, it's almost universal. There you go. It's like a relay bid. Partner will bid her 5-card major. It'll be happy days. You're playing a 5-3 major suit fit. Cynthia's asking, what if you only have 2 or 1 in the majors? If you only had 2 in the majors, Cynthia, you just have to bid that suit. Yeah. And hope the partner's got 5 in it. But it'd be unusual to have only 2 or 1 in the majors. If there's an interference, you just pass, Manjit. Yeah. Yeah, you just pass. Unless, of course, you had, 4-card support, in which case you would bid it, you'd show it. Opener will have 5 of a major, Elaine. Yes, they promised at least 5 and 4 in the majors. Don't worry about that. All good questions, though. This is a new convention for you. Many of you won't play this one already. Some of you will. Let's play hand 1 on BBO. Yeah, even with no points at all, Robert and Sue, nil point, you have to bid something. You can't leave them in 2 clubs. Okay, so surprise, surprise, East opens 1-no trump. 12-14. Akol. And what do we do with the South hand? No one's vulnerable, but even if we're vulnerable, it makes no difference. Morning, Dulcie, Sarah M, TJ's in London. Mike and Irene are in Edinburgh, of course. Another of our double acts. Rosemary, Jane, all bidding 2 clubs. I'm even going to alert it, look. West wouldn't double here. We're going to come on to what double means later, by the way. But this hand, West, is not suitable for double. We'll come on to that later on. Not now. And what does North do with their 9 points? Hopefully they've remembered that it's Landy. You might have the odd accident where, North forgets and passes. It would be quite funny the first time it happened. It wouldn't be so funny the second. But when you play a new convention, be prepared for the odd accident. Leaving your partner in a transfer bid, that type of thing. leaving them in a squint a bit. That does happen. Fred, Beetle, they're all bidding 2 diamonds. I'm going to alert it. Yes, it's like a relay. Showing equal length in the majors. Normally 3-3 or 2-2. Good. And South does what? So I think you'll agree with me so far. It is a relatively easy convention. Some of the responses are harder, but we don't need to worry too much about those. They'll come on to those later. But these are the basic responses which happen most of the time. So we're being asked to bid our 5-card major. Morning, Peter A. So we do that as requested. So far, yes, Peter, there are some of the responses are a bit more complicated, but you won't have to worry so much about those. They hardly ever come up. And that's it. Yeah, North doesn't want to bid again. Remember that the Landy is 8 to 15 points inclusive. You won't have 16 points, because if you have 16, penalty double of 1 no trumps automatic. So yeah, Landy is 8 to 15 inclusive. Right, opening lead, King of Clubs. Thank you, partner, for the dummy. Just wondering whether to draw trumps or not. And I'm remembering that East Open 1 no trump, okay? You can bring that up on BBA. You can't do it on real bridge or face-to-face bridge, but you can bring up the bidding at any point on BBA. Good, so I know East has got most of the points. Let's go. What card does East play? Morning, Ella, Juliet, Annie M. Lots of interaction from the live chat box, which is great. Manjit, who's just joined us again after an absence. Valerie, Stewart, Sandy. Yeah, a 10 of clubs encouraging. Good, well done. I would play the Queen. Just in case Declare is ducking it. Good. Well, it's definitely a hand to draw trumps. What card do we play next from Declarer, do you think? Julie Max there. Robin, Adrienne. What's the easiest way to get to dummy? It's with the spade, correct? Ah, Graham and Carol. Yes, all our double acts are in today. That's great. Full house of double acts. Right, so that's why we went to dummy, to take the heart finesse. Pleased to see it worked. Not surprised, because East Open 1 no trump. Good, well, we leave that trump there, obviously, rule of 1. If it's higher than yours, leave it out, nearly always. So we tackle the diamonds. Which diamond should we play? Oh, maybe Brian and Christine aren't with us. I thought they were. No, maybe they're not. It flashes past so fast, Graham. Flashes past so quickly. Tony Max with us, Linda. Tim, Julia Q, all putting in the 10. Yes, the deep finesse. Well done. Always right with 3 little cards. Opposite ace, queen, 10 to put in the 10. The deep finesse. Loses to the king. Best to play another club back now to use up one of Declarer's trumps. West would love to get in to cash their jack of hearts, but they can't. I think we better take the spade finesse now. Back to the Queen of Diamonds. winning diamond. Away goes the spade. And luckily we've got a trump left. And an overlap of winners at the end. So we are just going to make, we're going to make 10 tricks here. Yeah, so 2 over tricks. I definitely wouldn't have wanted to be in 4 hearts. No, it's very lucky. Every finesse works. And we knew where all the points were, didn't we? Because East Open won no trump, so they really had to have the queen of spades there, pretty much. Lisa's got a question. Is this the same as multi-landy? Good question from Lisa. The answer is a definitive no. Multi-landy is the much more complicated version of landy. Much more complex, I think. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you want to play multi-landy, you can. Personally, I don't. I don't play much bridge. I play with different partners. I like to keep it very simple with my conventions. Yeah, I would say it's definitely much more complex. Jack's mum doesn't like it either. Right, let's go back to the classroom. Okay, here's another one for you. We've had the 2 club landy bid. What do you do south with this one? It's a bridge too far for Peter. Yeah, Mum and I play together once every week or 2 online. We keep things nice and simple. So, what's the response here? Well, what do you think if you're watching in replay? Hopefully you'll play this landy convention. I mean, there are other defenses to 1 no trump as well, but I think this is the most convenient. I think it's the easiest. There are other ones that people use, you know, like the multi-landy. There's Astro, there's Asptro, Capoletti that they mainly play in America. Right, so with longer spades than hearts, we bid 2 spades, don't we? Yes, there's don't as well, Sean, all sorts. There you go. We'll play in a 4-3 fit or a 5-3 fit. I don't mind a 4-3 fit at 2 spades. Especially with a doubleton heart. Good? Straight into our second hand. They're coming thick and thin. Well, it's the least surprising bid of the week even. 1 no trump, 12-14. And what do we overcall with the south hand? What have we got? 15 points this time. And if you weren't playing landy, you'd have to overcall 2 spades on that or make a cheeky penalty double. Janie, Rosie, Mike and Irene, Carrie, Pauline, Ivy. Hi, Ivy. Are you new, Ivy? Not sure I've seen an Ivy or a Mandy in the chat box. LP, one of our many regulars. They're all bidding 2 clubs, of course. I'm even going to alert it. North does what? In response to the landy, apart from panic. And morning B. B's in Nesborough, just a stone's throw away from where I am right now. Kim. Oh, hello, Kim. Kim, who plays at Harrogate Bridge Club. Kim and Mary, her partner, who I don't think uses the chat box so much. Valerie. Yeah. See, with more hearts than spades, you bid 2 hearts. As a response, yeah. Oh, Ivy doesn't chat much. Oh, it's good to see you chatting this morning, Ivy. And South, interesting. Did they pass or did they bid 2 spades? Lisa's got a question. Is 4-3 better than 5-2? No, 5-2 is better than 4-3 if you can. But sometimes with landy, you play in the 4-3. Yeah, 8 to 15 points. Even if you're not playing landy, It's going to tell you about it and how to defend against it, even if you choose not to play the Landy convention. So here it would be wise to bid 2 spades with a good 5-card suit as a kind of mild game try as well, you know, with 15. Of course, North has happened to pass. Elaine's asking, what if North only had 1 or 2 in the majors? Well, Elaine, it would be very unlikely. I don't think I've ever seen it happen. Yeah, if they only had 1 or 2 cards in the majors, I'd probably bid 2 diamonds as a relay, asking partners to bid the 5-card suit. But very unlikely that you'd be 1 and 2 in the majors. I don't think I've ever seen it happen. But yeah, it could do. I'd bid a 2 diamonds, hoping, you know, hoping to play in the 5-1 or the 5-2 phase. Right. Opening lead. I think you're all going to lead the 10 of diamonds. Ooh, thank you, Barnum, for the dummy. It's absolutely useless. It's actually the most useless dummy I've seen for a long time, isn't it? 6 points that really are useless. Okay, never mind. Second player play low. East. Well, the reason we're bidding spades, Kim, is it's a mild game try with 15. Yeah, we normally would lead partner in 2 hearts here, but because we've got 15 points, that's why we're bidding 2 spades. Only because it's a really good suit and the hearts are pretty grotty. Normally, though, Kim, we'd leave it in 2 hearts. Do we play the 2 or the 7 or the king? Well, listen. Do you know where the ace and the jack of diamonds are as East? Let's put ourselves in East's shoes. She got my slippers on at the moment. Do you want to see my slippers? There you go. East's shoes, animated caption. East knows where the ace and the jack of diamonds are. Okay? There's no point playing the king. An encouraging 7 will do. If you play the king of diamonds, you'd be wasting a trick. Yeah. Because if West had the jack of diamonds, they would have led it, and they would never lead away from an ace. Patricia doesn't want to see my slippers. Oh, sorry, Patricia, I've already shown you. And they're not even UGG slippers either, Patricia. Posh ones. They're probably cheap from M&S. Okay, so win with the knave. What do you think we do at trick 2? Yes, thank you, Bashir. The power of the edit. Which card do we play as declarer now, having won the jack of diamonds? Well done for not playing a king of diamonds, though that would have been wasteful. You'd have given declarer 3 tricks in the diamond suit. That's why it's always good to think about the position of the missing cards here. East should know that both the ace and the jack of diamonds are with declarer. I think we try and sneak a club through, yes. Yeah, I don't really want to play trumps. You know, myself, I'd rather... We do know, bring back the bidding, that East has got 12 to 14 points. East switches to a heart, dummy's weaker suit. Okay? West reverts to diamonds. Again, no point wasting the king there. Good. Good. Well, I say good. Declarer's struggling a bit. What do we do next as declarer? Having just won the ace of diamonds. Of course, 2 of these hands are available in replay. The first one is either the 3rd or 4th one. Well, I'm still reluctant to play trumps. So I think we should exit with a heart. Or a diamond, but I think heart seems more logical. We might even establish the hearts eventually if they divide 3-3. So I think a heart is preferable to the diamond. Another diamond comes through. Good defense. Julia's asking why I don't play trumps, Julia. Well, the reason is I really want the opponents to play trumps. Robert and Sue asking the same question. I want Robert and Sue to play. Sorry, I want the opponents to try and play trumps for me, to try and, you know, take the finesse for me or something. Yeah, especially if trumps are 4-2. Right, so they come back another heart. And play their 13th diamond. And which one does he trump with, everyone? Queen, 10 or 8? Good questions though from Julia and Robert and Sue. Why aren't I drawing trumps? Because I don't want to. It's quite a simple answer. I don't feel like it. No, but joking, I'd rather the opponents play trumps. Because they might have done. Weaker opponents might have played trumps here, in which case I would get to finesse the queen. But these are strong opponents, remember. They're robots controlled by me. Well, they get a trump promotion, you see, Sally. Look what's happened. So they've managed to get their partner trump high with the queen. We've had to overtake with the king. We can now play the ace of spades and the jack. That doesn't help us to do that, Nikki. Yeah. We're not wasting the 7 of trumps, by the way. That's a useless card in dummy. What are we doing? Hang on. We're drawing out the trumps. But unfortunately, Queen of Hearts is a winner. That's a bonus. But they've got a trump promotion with the 9. We are going to be 1 down. But don't be sad. There you go. Yeah, we're not wasting the 7 of spades. 1 or 2 of you thought we were. No, it's a useless card. It's never going to be any good. We might as well trump with it. But actually, it's a good result. 1 down because they would have made 1 no trump. Yeah, 1 no trump makes. Good. Okay. Let's move on. And it was very good defense. I think a lot of tables, 2 spades would have made there. You know, East would have risen with the king of diamonds. They'd have switched to trumps. They could have done all sorts of various things. So I think at many tables at Club Bridge, two spades would have made there. Now, you thought Landy was easy. You thought wrong. Well, it is. No, I mean, I'm joking. But these are the other responses to a 2-club Landy overcall, which are much less common and less important. All right? But I do need to take you through them. You don't really need to remember them, to be quite honest with you, because I can't remember the last time I used them. Most of the time, you'll either be bidding 2 diamonds relay or 2 hearts or 2 spades with longer hearts or spades. So let's have a look at these. But I really wouldn't bother too much about remembering all these if you're new to Landy. I can't remember when I last used them. Right. Can you pass a 2-club Landy bid? The answer is yes. You are allowed to, but only if you've got 6 clubs and poor hearts and spades. Okay? Generally 6 good clubs. So you can, I have seen it happen, you know, passing a 2-club Landy, but clearly you'd have to have 6 good clubs and poor hearts and spades. 2 no trump. Well, that will deny 3 cards in the major, showing around 12 to 14 points, like a 1 no trump opener. Natural and invitational, denying 3 cards in a major. Okay, so that's 2 no trumps over the 2 clubs. 3 clubs, artificial, extremely rare. Game force. And imagine these are in response to the 2 clubs Landy. Nothing to do with overcalling 1 no trump. No, let's not get confused. These are responding to the 2 clubs. So where are we? 3 clubs, very rare. A game force showing a good 15 points and asking partners to bid her 5-card heart suit or spade suit. But it's extremely rare because there generally aren't enough points in the pack to do that. Jumping to 3 diamonds. Yeah, natural, non-forcing. Again, something you would do very rarely with a 6-card diamond suit. And finally, you could jump to 3 hearts or 3 spades over the landy. That would show 4-card support. 12 to 14 points and invitational. Okay, so yeah, that does happen a bit. If you've got 4-card support for Partners Major, region of 12 to 14, you jump to the 3 level. Either 3 hearts or 3 spades. So there you go. Landy wasn't quite as simple as you thought it was. But these responses are extremely rare. I think the most common ones there would be jumping to 3 hearts or 3 spades, and probably the 2 no trump one. The other ones I can't even remember using for a long, long time. Stuart's got a question. Why is it called a relay bid? I sometimes call it a relay bid, Stuart, because it's basically passing the baton over to partner. Okay? It says that it's like if I open 2 clubs, we often call 2 diamonds a relay bid. Like in a relay, you're passing the baton back to partner. Mike and Irene have got a good question. Do any of those responses need to be alerted? Good question. Just the 3 club one, really. The others are all natural. That's right. A relay bid is like a waiting bid, really, Sam. Yes, another name for it. Okay. So I've overcalled 2 clubs landy. You got 12 points and 4 spades. What's your best bid there, do you think? But I think for the vast majority of you, when you first start playing landy, you can pretty much ignore most of those responses. You don't need to remember them. So here we've got 4 cards support for spades. We'll definitely get a bid either 2 spades or 3 spades. But because we've got 12 to 14 points, we can jump to 3 spades. So well done if you said 3 spades. Yeah, invitation to game. 12 to 14 with 4 cards. Good. Doesn't happen very often. Probably happens more frequently than the other responses, the other less common responses. This one, you've got 13 points opposite the landy bid. What's your best bid here, do you think? Could bid 2 diamonds, showing equal length in the majors, but not ideal. You'll have to tell me over the coming weeks and months if you get to use landy and whether it works for you. Pretty much works for me most of the time. Yes, 2 no trumps there. Natural and invitational, showing 12 to 14. And it would deny 3 cards in the major. Good. Yeah, perfect for 2 no trumps. Kind of makes sense, really, doesn't it? But you do need to have a point count. Yeah, you don't want to be doing it on 9 points or 7 points, bidding 2 no trump, because then you just wouldn't have the points between you. You need to have 12 to 14. No, it's not a balanced hand, Robin Sue. In fact, it denies a balanced hand because you would only have a couple of cards in the major suits. Finally, should we look to see how you defend against landy? Yeah, maybe you decide not to choose to play landy. You need to know how to defend against it. So double here by South shows the balance of the points, 9+, and a desire to penalize the final contract. Okay, so that just as a point count. 2 of a suit, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs are natural by South as responder to play. Remember, no convention after intervention. Applies specifically to when someone opens 1 no trump. So all bids here, suit bids are just natural, I want to play. 2 no trumps would be natural and invitational. It's generally better to double with those hands for penalties. And if you jump to the 3 level, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, 3 spades, again, unlikely to do that given that East has got 5-4 in the majors, but they are natural bids, forcing to game and showing 5+ cards. You're not going to do that very often, though, I wouldn't have thought, given that East has 5-4 in the majors. Lisa's asking, does opponents double count intervention? Yes, Lisa. After 1 no trump, double is an intervention, as is 2 of a suit. Why then can you wriggle after intervention? Well, wriggle isn't really a convention, Vivian. It's a strategy, I would say. Yeah, they were talking specifically about Stamen and transfers. Don't work. There you go. Transfers are off after landing, as they would be if opponent doubled over called 1 no trump. No convention after intervention. There's a media convention in Berlin. It's the best I could do. Right, well, we're just about to come on to that, Peter. So 1 no trump, East has bid 2 clubs. What's your best bid there with 9 points, do you think, as South responder? Yes, wriggle is really like an escape, Victoria, yeah. What do we do as South here? Oh, Margaret's on board. Morning, Margaret. Amanda L. Vicky H. They're all doubling. Stuart from Harrogate. Presume it's Stuart from Harrogate. Are other Stuarts available? Anne R. So next week, just a quick reminder, I'm not here live on Monday, but I'm recording a lesson for you on 2nd and 3rd hand play. It's a very good defensive lesson. And you can press the pause button, of course, so you can interact. This Wednesday, we're doing a review with the improvers on forcing bids, transfers, suit combinations, weak jump overcalls, things like that. That's at 11 o'clock with the improvers. This Wednesday is live. And the Christmas party is the 23rd of December, 9:30, combined. Of course, we're doubling. Yeah. Oh, there's a penalty, look. Being saved. It must be an England penalty if it's being saved. I say that, actually. They're doing better now on penalties under Gareth Southgate. Yes, Landy is abandoned after an intervention, Elaine, 100%. A 9+, Peter, you need to have the balance of the point. So it's 9+ to make a penalty double. Correct. Any suit bid after the Landy is natural. So to bid 2 hearts here, Juliet, is showing 5 cards. I want to play in 2 hearts. Let's play hand 3 on BBO. I think this has given you a good introduction to Landy. I'm hoping it has. It's 1 no trump. West does what with their 9 points, if anything? Oh, good. I'm glad you. I always like to have thank yous. You never quite know whether, how much you're enjoying it. It's 2 clubs. That's not dawdle there. I'm alerting it. North does what, if anything, with 11 points? Definitely, I'd say it's the easiest of the defenses to 1 no trump Landy. Multi-Landy is definitely next level. In fact, probably 2 levels up, really. Some of the responses are very complicated, I think. I would say, shall I say. Better to double rather than bid 2 no trumps, yeah? You'll get a bigger score for doubling them sometimes. I've seen some Landys go 2 or 3 down doubled. East does what, if anything? Partner's got 5-4 in the majors. They clearly bid 2 spades. Yeah. Nothing from south. Nothing from west. Back to north. Interesting, with 11 points. What do you think north would do now, if anything? Interesting. Choose between pass, double for penalties, or 2 no trump. Those are your 3 options. 1 I prefer. 2 I don't. Well, I think pass is out. You've got to do something with 11 points. So it's either double or 2 no trump. Problem is, to double, really, one of you has to have 4 trumps or more, I say, lengthen trumps. It's just a bit dubious to double. It'd be a gamble. And actually, they do make 2 spades, so I prefer 2 no trumps. So it's close. You know, you're not far away with penalty double there, but I probably prefer to have 4 trumps to double at the 2 level. It's pretty easy to make 8 tricks in 2 spades a lot of the time, especially when they've got shapes. So I slightly prefer 2 no trumps there, which is a good idea because 2 spades would have made on careful play. Now, what do they lead against 2 no trumps? What does West lead? Do they lead the Jack of Hearts or the 2 of Spades? 2 choices. Now, I wouldn't lead the King of Hearts. That would promise the Queen. Well, it is our 5-card suit, but partner did prefer the spade, so I slightly prefer the 2 of Spades. Their partner's suit, yeah. Effectively, they bid 2 spades. They must have 3 or 4 cards. Good. The heart lead would give away a trick as it happens. Right. Right. Counting certain tricks. Not many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second player play low. What does West do? Just looking at the dummy. Do they put in... which spade do they play, do you think? Would you honestly play as... East, 3rd player. Sam, you can't get them all right. Don't be greedy. So we've got a fairly interesting program next few weeks with Christmas, of course, and New Year always a bit disruptive to the bridge program. Well done if you put in the 9. Yes, don't waste the Queen. Good play. Okay? No need to waste the Queen. Brings out the ace. And which card do we play next, do you think, as declarer? So yes, 3 things to this landy lesson, really. There's the one is, knowing when to bid 2 clubs. Secondly, knowing how to respond to the 2-club landy. And finally, how you defend against the landy bid. Yes, let's get the diamonds going. Let's run the Queen. Losing to the King. Better to play the Queen or the 10 there, by the way, not the 2. Because if the Queen wins, then we're in declarer's hand. So much better to play the Queen or the 10. Yeah, because if the diamond, some of you play the 2 of diamonds there. Well, if the diamond finesse wins, it's awkward to get back to hand. The beauty of playing the Queen or the 10 is if West has the King of diamonds and they don't cover, you're in declarer's hand still. That's the reason why. Now, what does East play next, having won the King of diamonds? Do they return a spade? Well, remember, you can pick up the auction here. West has shown 5-4 in the majors. That may be a clue for you. So I would switch to a high for hate 9 of hearts here. Yeah, looking at dummy's weakness. You know that partner's got 4 or 5 hearts. In fact, you know they've got 5 because Declarer must have a doubleton spade for their 1 no trump opener look. Yep, so you know that actually West started with 4 spades and 5 hearts if you think about it. Because South must have 2 spades. Rise with the ace, no point finessing when they come back to 9. Okay, what do we do next as Declarer? Still short of tricks. I think we haven't got many opportunities. I think we should try and play a club up to the king. Yeah, 50-50, yeah. Because we're not going to be in dummy all that much, in Declarer's hand all that much. King wins. So that's an extra trick. We can take our diamond winners. Like this. Take our spade winner. Exit with the spade. East does well to play the queen here. And now we are going to be 1 down. Heart back. Against this good defense there. I imagine at many tables playing club duplicate, you'd be allowed to make 2 no trump. But 2 spades would have made their way, so it's not a bad result. And it was very good defense. So 1 down. But they would have made 2 spades, east-west. So not too bad. And as I say, that was against perfect defense. Right, let's go back to the classroom. I think we've got 1 more hand to play. Oh, just before we do I use Landy with 6-4 in the majors? Well, no. With 6-4 in the majors, you're better to overcall the 6-card major rather than use Landy. If you were 6-5, then you would bid Landy. That'd be unlikely, unusual, but 6-5's bid Landy. But 6-4, better to bid the 6-card suit. Because really you want the 6-card suit as trumps, don't you? Let's have a look at our final hand on BBA. So delighted to bring you this new convention. And I will be bringing you another new convention in the new year. Probably February, March time when things have settled down a bit. 1 no trump opener. And East does what with their 9 points? Lisa's got a question. Do you and Jack's mum play negative doubles? If so, can you teach a lesson on that? It's a very good question, Lisa. I've never taught negative doubles face-to-face or online. So I think they're quite confusing. And my mum and I do, yes, experienced partnerships should all play negative doubles. But they are hard. We'll have a think about that. Not sure, Rosary, what the new convention is in February or March. It could be the Jacoby 2 no trumps. We'll have to do, maybe we'll do a little poll. But yeah, the Jacoby 2 no trumps over in a 1 heart or 1 spade opener is a significant convention I haven't taught you yet. So I think that could be a treat for February or March when things calm down a bit. Oh, thanks, Jane. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Oh, so yes, 2 hearts here. I better get on. Yeah, better than 2 clubs with a 6-card major. And interesting, back to North. Would you do anything with the North hand with your 14 points or not? So it's come back to you. The bidding is about to die. Is there a bid available for you after their 2-heart overcall? Well, I think many players, club players, would pass. Improvers would pass, but you are better off doubling. Bye, LP. Yes, glad you enjoyed landing. Yeah, so to double here, really, you'd have shortage in hearts, so like a doubleton, precisely. It's a fairly precise double for the 1 no trump. It is unusual, but you'd have 4 spades, you would have doubleton heart, and you'd be upper range of points, 13 or 14. But it is 100%. Well, we'll find out. I won't tell you that in a second. What does South do now, if anything, as responder? Yes, I think the one significant convention I haven't taught you is the Jacoby 2 no trumps over a 1 heart or 1 spade openers. That could well be that could be the front runner. But Peter A, don't most people play 2 diamonds this week? A week 2 opener? You're talking about the multi 2 diamonds. We're not going to get involved in that. That's really complicated. No, we should bid 3 clubs. The double is 100% for takeout here. Two hearts would have a very good chance of making. In fact, it probably would. Yeah, so this is 100% for takeout. Just remember, on the golden rule of double, as if partner has passed or not yet bid, then double is for takeout. This is known as a reopening double. Okay, good. But to make that double there, it's quite unusual. North's hand has to be very specific. Doubleton heart, 4 spades, and upper range of points. Right, well, I'm going to play this. We are a little bit over time, so I'm going to just go through it a bit quicker. Not going to encourage with the 9 because it might be wasted. I'm going to duck the first heart. Good technique. We're going to try and make something of the spades here. So over to the king of clubs. And play a spade towards the king. Which wins. We're going to try and establish the spades here. This is what we're up to. Best for East to come back the king of hearts now, making us rough and dummy. We can play the ace of clubs. I'm going through this relatively quickly because we are pretty much out of time. 10 of spades is roughed, bringing down the queen. Don't need to take the double finesse now. We can go to the queen. Thanks, Cynthia. Have a good week. Jack of spades is a master. In fact, hang on, sorry. Play the ace of diamonds first. Actually, it's slightly better. Ace of diamonds first, then the jack of spades, which is a master. Losing diamond goes away. They can take their queen of clubs. But we make the last one. So I've just gone through that relatively quickly because we are out of time. But there you go. We can make 3 clubs on careful play. And that'd be a good result because they would have made 2 hearts. Or being 1 off, depending on the defense. But making 3 clubs is good. Right. Well, just 3 things to remember, everyone. After a 1 no trump opener, if you choose to play Landy, you must agree it with your partner. It's 5-4 in the majors minimum. 8 more points. Secondly, respond 2 diamonds if you've got equal length in the majors. The Landy bidder will then bid their 5-card major. You'll either play in a 5-2 or 5-3 fit. And finally, you'd bid 2 hearts or 2 spades. Sorry, you'd either bid 2 hearts or 2 spades if you had more hearts or more spades than the other suit. Well, I'm hoping you're going to enjoy your Landy. Let me know when it comes up. Thank you for all of your kind comments. There's too many to thank every one of you individually. Yes, I think you should try it, Amanda. Yes. Get your partner going.
Thank you so much, Jack. And thank you, everyone, especially folks here live. I think we have a challenge this week, folks. We need to put this to use.
Yes, I agree with you, Patricia. Everyone now, when they're playing their bridge, either online or face-to-face, they'll be desperate for someone to open 1 no trump.
Yes, we all keep your eyes open. And if you haven't encountered it, the opportunity to bid it, it just means you haven't played enough. So that's our homework this week.
Definitely, Bashir. I'd like to see a few two-club Landy bits. I'd like to hear about one or two of them next week if we can. Well, it won't be Monday because it'll be recorded, but either on the Wednesday or the following Monday. Do you play Landy, funny enough, Bashir? When you play, is it something you play or?
It's one of those things if I use it, I run into trouble once we get past the second bid, what to do then, or in the odd cases, the 2-no trump in response to it. Oh, my dinner just arrived.
Oh, that looks good, Bashir. Can I have some?
Yes, I think I have enough for everyone. Some miso soup.
Well, you get 2 courses, do you? And what's
yeah, not bad.
Can we have a look at the main one, the rice dish?
All right, let's see.
Gosh, you're going to make us all hungry now, Bashir. Oh my God!
I know it's.
That looks very tasty. I'll be round in about half an hour.
Okay, yeah, we have a plate ready for you, Jack.
I can't believe you get 2 courses. That's nice.
Oh, they my wife treats us well for sure.
Yeah. Will you be getting dessert as well or not?
No, I think my days of dessert are regular dessert are over.
Same as me. You need to watch the middle-aged spread.
Right.
So I'm really delighted how that went. And I think some people were thinking Landy might be complicated.
Yeah.
I think it's not as tricky as, it's relatively easy, I would say. Relatively.
Well, Jack, you worked your magic again. You made something which can be complicated feel very approachable, very accessible. So now it's up to us to really put it to use.
Yep. It's up to you guys now. I've done my bit. What more
That's
can I
it.
do? But I'm hoping,
we can't bid it for you.
I'm hoping that most of the class take on this Landy, as a new convention. And, it is useful, as I say. And, it's great to try and disturb 1-no trump if you can. And, even if you go 1 down sometimes, it's better than the opposition making 1-no trump.
Well, as said at the beginning, this lesson will be there for everyone in the lesson library. So if you do encounter it in the wild and you run into confusion, check out the lesson, check out the worksheet, which will accompany the lesson, and of course, 2 featured hands as well.
Yes, there's plenty of, additional means of learning as well. The worksheet, obviously, the 2 playable hands.
Rosemary's on board. Well done.
Yes, good, Rosemary. And others are as well, I think. They're going to take on this Landy.
Mike and Irene, awesome.
Yes, but we've got 3 or 4 double acts now, I think, this year. We started, I think, with the original act, Robert and Sue. And now we've got at least 2 more. There, Robert and Sue. Look, yes, another challenge, they're saying. We've got Mike and Irene in Edinburgh. And we've got Graham and Carol, I think it is, as well.
Wonderful. Well, especially you guys. There's no excuse. The rest of us have to often either convince a partner or a robot.
Now, listen, Bashir, your dinner's getting cold. And I know, being a foodie myself, I know that's not a good thing. So just very quickly, this Wednesday at 11 is a review with the improvers. Do come along if you want. Always fun, those reviews, question and answer. Next Monday is recorded. It's 2nd and 3rd hand play. So really good defensive lesson. A week Wednesday, the 18th, there's no live lesson for the intermediates, but you're welcome to come and join us for Play at Trick 1 at 11 o'clock on the 18th of December. That's a live lesson, and it's a really good topic for both intermediates and improvers.
Wonderful. And I'll send a reminder to everyone. So if no need to write that down, just keep an eye on your inbox. Thank you, Jack, so much.
That's sweet. Margaret thinks we're a double act as well.
Aren't they a nice bunch?
Well, it is almost the pantomime season this year. And, we once talked about this. I was going to be the head and you could be the behind.
Yeah, we might have to Rochambeau, rock, paper, scissors, because I don't want to spend too much time back there. But
no. Okay. Well, we'll split for that one. Well, listen, enjoy your dinner.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you hopefully next Wednesday, and if not that, in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, for the Christmas party. Oh my God, it's Christmas coming. Wow. 2 weeks. So yes, Christmas party on the 23rd. We'll be getting ready for that as well.
Fantastic. Bye, all.
Thanks, Jack's mum. Bye, Anthony. Bye, Ella.